Hi, my lovely people. How are you guys doing? I just wanted to get on here and we have some great topics to discuss. So, guess what we're going to discuss today? Alexis Avila. I'm not sure how you say it. Guys, anybody that has watched me and I know it's new subs over here, I don't know. I'm bad at names, but her name's Alexis. And it's either Avila or Avrella. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing it either way it goes. But I know you guys are like, who is this lady Storm? Who is we about to talk about? Okay, well, this would be the lady, that put her baby in the dumpster last week in Hobbs, New Mexico. So we got to talk about her and we got to figure out what's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the clip. Of course, it'll be no audio, but you can see it. Then I'll read the article of the newspaper. Then we'll get into some details and we'll discuss. All right, let's go. Surveillance footage surfaced this week of a young woman tossing her baby into a dumpster outside of a shopping mall in Hobbs, New Mexico. Of course, according to local enforcement, the bag did not contain trash. Inside the bag was her newborn son, which the woman later identified as Alexis Avila had given birth to just hours before. Miraculously, the baby was discovered alive 6 hours later and is now in stable condition. Miss Alexis, 18, was arrested and charged with attempted murder and felony child abuse in the case, which has sent shockwaves across America. The baby was found on January 7th when police received a panic 911 call around 7:45 p.m. on Friday from someone calling to say they just found a baby in a dumpster. Mhm. It went a little something like this. We just found a baby in the goddamn trash. I'm using, no curse words. The male caller said in the audio, he's whimpering, he's not crying. I was looking for some stuff in the dumpster and we heard it. We thought it was a cat, but it's actually a baby. Okay? Then you hear a woman's voice joining the call saying the infant was very weak and pale. He still has an umbilical cord attached and he's freezing cold and he's very, 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 very weak. A faint whimpering noise from the baby is heard in the background of the police call. Hobbs, acting police chief, said in a press conference Monday afternoon that three people found the baby barely holding on at the Broadmoor shopping center. Okay, so we're going to scroll down in this article, right? And we're going to try and figure out how all this happened, okay? Investigators tracked down the alleged culprit thanks to surveillance footage captured on nearby store, Rig Outfitters, okay? The video, which has gone viral, shows a white car pulling up next to the dumpster. We'll put the video back on. Around 1:30 p.m. on a Friday afternoon. The woman, who was identified, stepped out of the driver's seat, opening the back door, taking out a black trash bag from the back seat, then hurls the package into the dumpster before backing into the vehicle and driving away from the scene. The footage reveals that the baby had been in the dumpster, plunging temperatures around 30 degrees for around 6 hours, and when was found, the temperature was 18 degrees, wind chill of 11 degrees. Investigators were able to get a partial plate from the footage, which led to Alexis's home. Once they arrived there, Alexis' parents seen the video and was able to say that yes, it was their daughter who was throwing that trash bag in the garbage. The teenage mother was then taken down to the police station and questioned. Teenage mother said she panicked because she did not know she was pregnant. She allegedly was confused about why she had given birth because she did not know she was pregnant and she felt like she had no other option but to toss him in the dumpster. hmm What? I can't even believe this. After giving birth on Friday, just one day after finding out she was pregnant, she said that she sought medical attention on January 6th because she was suffering from abdominal pain and constipation. It was only then that she then knew she was pregnant, according to Alexis. She said that she had the baby that following morning after stomach pains and water breaking on her parents' bathroom floor. Shortly after giving birth, she then took the placenta, umbilical cord, baby, and wrapped it all in a towel, put it in a trash bag, and then disposed of it. Mhm. She said that she drove around for a while before deciding to put the baby in a dumpster. She could not handle the crying that was coming from the trash bag and decided it was time to release the baby to somewhere else. When the police officer asked, "What did you think would happen after you left your baby in the dumpster?" Alexis remained silent and could not answer. The look on Alexis's face was cold and had no emotion whatsoever. The parents did tell investigators that they had no knowledge of their daughter being pregnant. Uh-huh. They knew that she had a boyfriend, but the couple had split back in August. Okay. And also, for everyone who wants to know, there was a criminal complaint against Alexis and what they're saying is the father of the child. I'm not going to say so-called. No DNA test has been, ran yet. But there was a criminal complaint between the two of them because they were actually arguing inside of a restaurant. And they don't know what they were arguing about, but because she's 18 and the alleged father is 16, it was decided that his parents picked him up and it was best that they did not see it. Everyone wants to know what is next for the mother. She has been charged with attempted murder, a felony child abuse. The ATO was released on bond less than 2 hours after posting a $10,000 unsecured bond. Her parents did put their home up so that she could be released. She is scheduled to, appear in court this coming Wednesday. If convicted, she can face up to 15 years. Now, the biggest question of it all is, well, what is going on with the baby? Okay. So she had a baby boy. The father, this is the thing. They can't call him the father because no DNA test has come back that he is, actually the father at this point. But the young man that they do believe is the father, his parents, so it would be the paternal grandparents, are looking to seek custody of the child. All they're doing is waiting for paternity to come back and say whether or not it is their son's child. Paternity was filed. It will take 7 days, so we will know soon. Now that we are caught up on this case, let's just talk about it, okay? One thing we got to talk about that really baffled me, okay, was that this young lady, and I watched her first little, arraignment court appearance. And if you guys are looking to find out where I watched the video, it was Crime Daily. That's where I took that right off the website. So if you want to watch it and get caught up. But it does say that Alexis did not know she was pregnant, so she claimed. And so she was panicked. When she went to the hospital the night before, this is what I didn't understand. They told her she was in active labor, which we all know we can go into labor, and that does not mean that we're going to have the baby or the hospital is going to keep us. When she goes home that night, it's around 8 or 9 p.m. She walks in right past her parents. She does not say one word. She goes upstairs. She continues to have active labor all night until she wakes up. Just so miraculously, let's just say she has the baby 1 hour after both parents are left for work. Yeah, that's miraculous, okay? That's number one. Number two, what part of panicking would say I have to throw this baby in the trash can? Why would you not call 911? Why would you have not spoke to your parents the night before? They don't seem like they would care that she was pregnant. I mean, if you look at the court documents and you look at the case story, doesn't seem like they were like, oh my God, my baby, my baby. No, it was like, oh my God, what is going on? You didn't tell us you were pregnant. We have a grandbaby. I mean, they were in shock. Okay, so let's say that. But this is a lot of things that don't make sense. They are saying that the baby weighed 7 pounds, 10 ounces. That is a healthy baby. If you look at when she was booked, she stands 5'7", 143 pounds. So for you to carry a baby for 9 months, 2 term, I'm pretty sure you knew you were pregnant. I mean, you were showing, some things were sticking. You went a full term. So not having a period for 9 months didn't make you question something. Having unprotected sex with a boyfriend didn't make you question anything. I know that's what we're all thinking because we got good common sense, right? But in the court documents, it does say that she actually quit going to school in December. She has not returned to school since December. When they left on break, she decided she was not going back. She dropped out. She also had told friends in her high school, which is in court documents, and that's what made them be able to charge her with a felony. She was actually telling friends at school that she was pregnant and that she was going to keep it. There were some friends that had rubbed her belly. They said that she knew about it, and she just so-called did not want the father to find out. Why, we don't know, but that's what they were saying. So right then and there, we knew something was going on. I mean, this just don't make no sense. But how dare you wrap a baby in a blanket, okay, in the winter months? How dare you do it at all? But at 1 p.m., it was 36. It felt like 22 degrees. The baby was found at 7:45 p.m., 18 degrees, and it felt like 11. The child was just in the bag with the baby. The baby had never ate. The baby had never had skin to skin. The baby was laying there with lack of oxygen in a plastic bag. Yes. I mean, we got all these questions. Thank God for these dumpster divers. I mean, I've dumpster dived myself. Thank God for these people, because I'm telling you, when I tell you that had to be a miracle that they just decided. And this is the thing, the lady said they've only looked in that dumpster twice before, and it has not been recent. Oh, God was trying to tell them something, okay? God was trying to tell them something. I mean, that's one thing. Number two, I often wonder how parents pay attention to their children. Because if you had a child, let's just say this, let's just play the if game. You know, we got to play the if game because their parents are acting dumb. She has a boyfriend, you know that they're like they said, we knew she was sexually active. What parent doesn't take their child, okay, their teenage child, their daughter, or their son that you know is being sexually active to a doctor of some sort? You don't take her to the OBGYN. You don't try and look into birth control measures. And then when she breaks up and you notice that she's gaining weight, I mean, come on, where is the parenting at here? I believe in my heart that the parents knew. They didn't know probably when it was due or anything like that. She's 18. She can check herself into the hospital. I don't believe that they knew she was in labor. But I know in my heart that they had to know she was pregnant. They were not shocked. I'm sorry, these parents didn't look shocked. They were more shocked that she threw the baby in the trash can. I can't believe she would do this, is what the mother said. The father said, this is not like her. Excuse me. This shouldn't be like anybody. Throwing a baby in a dumpster, wrapping a baby in a trash bag. How did you feel that that was your only option? If you could let me just say this, you can carry yourself to the hospital the night before because you are having abdominal pains. What stopped you from waking up that morning, okay, after your water burst, and an hour later you end up having a child? What stopped you from right then, when your water burst, from calling someone to help you or driving yourself back to the hospital? You could have went to the hospital. You could have had the baby. They could have gave you care, the baby care, and they could have sent the baby to someone who could love them. You're 18, girl. You could have made that decision. There were so many other decisions. But this right here is the kicker for me. Being charged with attempted murder and then being what is that? Child neglect, child abuse. I mean, this woman right here should be charged with a lot more, because what people don't realize is it is the lack of care that irks me. When the cop asked her, what did you think when you dropped the baby in? And she sat there with a no look on her face and didn't answer. It's right there in all articles. It's right there in any court documents. That shows a cold-hearted person. Also, when they asked her, well, what did you do after you gave birth and dropped the child off. Her response was she got a sandwich from McDonald's. She went home, watched a little TV, and went to sleep. She was exhausted from labor. Duh. Excuse me. I think anybody that's had a baby would be exhausted. But it's the fact that you were even, see, this is why I think that the sentence is not fair. It's the fact that you even could have done that and not even have enough conscious love or nerve to stay awake or be patient, wondering if the baby is okay, or return, okay, Rocket, we know it, or return to the scene or have any kind of emotions. That's what got me. Instead, you went to sleep because you were tired. But while you were tired, your baby was in a trash can in the freezing cold with an umbilical cord and a placenta. But you were sleeping easy in your warm bed. That's the thing that gets me right there. Also, when they said they knocked on the door and the look on her face was of shock. Like she really thought the baby was dead. Like, oh, I did it, it's dead. And as they take her to the police station and they tell her, oh, your baby is alive, she doesn't ask who found him, how he was found, hmm how the condition is, anything. She just sat there like, oh, okay. So that right there is enough for me to say you need to be charged with a little bit more than attempted murder. I think you need to have some kind of fetal attempted homicide. Let's see, child neglect, endangerment. I mean, you need to have something done to where you are. I mean, this is my thing, and I know this is not, of course, something we would do in America. But when I look at cases like this, and please tell me, I love to debate with these things. I think when women do things like this, there should be a punishment of tubes tied, hysterectomy, something like that, so that she's 18 now and she did this. Let's not have this happen in the future. Even though she's young, let me just say this, the fact that she was not bothered by it, she doesn't care about the baby. She didn't want to see the baby. She didn't want to know anything about it. She's cold. She's heartless. There's something inside of her that is broken. And I feel like if she's allowed to have more and more and more and more children, what could be the possible outcome? Maybe that they need to come up with some kind of birth control that makes you totally not be able to have children whatsoever for 10 years until you heal yourself, something. But it also blew my mind and let me know that her parents knew she was pregnant, because I am sorry. I am a mother. I have a boy, but I'll put myself into a mindset of if it was a girl. If my child would have done this, I'm sorry, guys. Y'all might not agree, and this is where we can get to debate. Tell me, would you have put your home up to get them out within a few hours? If I was her mother and I'm sitting right next to her, or her father, and I see the way she acts, I've seen the surveillance video that you took your car, you threw our grandbaby in the dumpster, you're sitting here like you don't care, you don't have a care in the world. And the police also said that she asked him, am I going home or am I staying because I'm hungry? Excuse you? You're hungry? When you just had a baby in a dumpster that didn't even get so much as a hug or touch until someone, a stranger, found them and wrapped them in the towel and bag that you laid them in? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm telling you, if I was this girl's parents, she probably would have had to sit there for a while. At this point, as a parent, I can no longer be focused on what you just did, because somewhere in some hospital, I have a grandbaby that needs me and needs love and needs nourishment. That's where my focus is going to be. So you can go ahead and take her, let her sit in a cell for a while, let her think about what she did, let her marinate on her choices. Because right now her choices, she was worried about going to eat. After she dumped the baby in the garbage, she was worried about eating. So going in there and eat you some stale bologna, boo boo, and a yellow hot dog, maybe a little ramen noodles, and I'll check back with you in a few weeks. She was there 2 hours and her parents bonded her out. That lets me know that her parents were not shocked by her actions. they knew this was something that their child did and done, and the baby was around. It makes no sense to me. This case was sent over to me by a mod on my other channel because they know that I have dumpster dives. And ever since I've seen this video of this happening, I've been sick to my stomach. So I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to know what my audience thought about number one, the punishment, number two, the parents, number three, the baby, and just the whole situation. So, guys, this is what I love to do. We're going to have some good conversations over here. I'm looking forward to the comments. We can get the debate on. If the comments pick up to where I feel like we can do a live and we can all discuss live of what we think about it, or if we have questions or we have some way off opinions, we can do that. Because over here, we're here to think and discuss. So I want to know what you guys think. I will see you guys later, and I thank you for watching.